How's it going, gamer? You got hands here, and today in Dauntless, we're going over 3 builds for Agarus Sword, the Poisonous Thorn. We have awesome Avenging Overdrive build, a Scar and Spin to Win Ardent Cyclone build, and a Parasitic build, so stay tuned for all 3. So grab your sword and let's get ready. We're about to get in this video right now. What is up, gamers? Hands at you with another build today. This time we're rocking the Poisonous Thorn, and stay tuned because like I said, I have 3 different builds for this. This one is more of my favorite, most high DPS build. You're going to put an Overpower Cell and a Wild Frenzy, and your special is Avenging Overdrive. And remember, this is for this build. All the other builds have different specials and different mods. For the mod for this build is Recursive Hilt. Why? Because Avenging Overdrive doesn't really get that much valor from using it, so therefore we're using Recursive and they synergize very well together. Because dealing damage with Blade Rush restores 20 stamina and regenerates 3 valor over 9 seconds. So that syncs very well with this special. Remember, if you want to use Valiant Overdrive special, you need to also change the mod to Dynamic Blade Core. That one syncs with that special. And for the bond, we're using Kharabaks Sword. That gives us a +3 Blade Storm, and once charged, your next attack unleashes whirling blades that deal terra damage. Additional attacks speed up the blades, so therefore that's why we're using Wild Frenzy, so we can attack as fast as we possibly can, so we can speed up the blades to do more damage with them. For the headpiece, we're using Storm Claws because that gives us an energized, and you're going to put a Wild Frenzy cell in there. For the chest, this is Shrouds, that has a Rage, and we're going to put an Overpower cell. The arms are Malkarions, and that has a Predator, and you're going to put another Predator cell in there. The legs are Charogs, that has a Rage, and we're going to put a Discipline cell. So we're using Drax's Eye because the Insta-Tab gives you 30 increased % damage for 6 seconds, so that is real nice. So try to sync that up with your really nice combos or whatever you happen to be doing. Next, you're going to put an Energized cell in there to knock that at 6 so we can use our special as much as possible. So for the tonics, I highly recommend Assault Tonic, Blitz Tonic, and Frenzy Tonic. That makes the build go real hard. But hey, if you're feeling extra special, go ahead and throw down with Granny's Heartbreaker because man, this is an awesome tonic. So all in all, what we got going on for this build is a +6 Energized, an Overpower, Predator, Rage, Wild Frenzy, so you can just see all those damage stacks, the attack speed buff, the weapon recharge buff, and it comes with that +3 Blade Storm, but that's nice, a little bit of extra part damage, but we're not going to max that out. And then Discipline, so as you can see, this is a solid build, and it is really good for DPS. So let's hop into the next DPS build, but this is bonded with Agarus Sword. So like I said, we're doing multiple builds here. Same sword as Poisonous Thorn. You're going to put an Overpower cell and a Wild Frenzy cell in there. But for this special, we're using Ardent Cyclone. So you can spin to win, baby. And because we're bonding it to Agarus Sword, you're going to be replenishing a whole bunch of health shields to where you don't even need Iceborne or Parasitic with this build, and it is really awesome because that gives you extra room for more damage. And the mod is Recursive Hilt. This is going to help us stack a lot of stamina and valor so we can attack as much as possible, so we can recharge our weapon bar so we can hop right back into our special as often as possible. The bond, like I said, is Skarns. That also gives us a +3 Knockout King, which is real nice. And like I mentioned, dealing damage has a chance to grant a stacking, refreshing 40 health shield. So that's really dope. The headpiece is also Storm Claws because that gives us an Energized, and you're going to throw a Berserker cell. The chest piece is also Shrouds. That has a Rage, and we're going to put an Overpower cell. And we're using Nasher's arms here, and that has a Rage Hunter, and you're going to put another Rage Hunter. For the legs, it's also Charogs, that has a Rage, and you're going to put a Discipline cell. And we're totally using Drax's Eye, like I said, for the Insta-Tap for this build as well. And don't forget to tap that away, especially while you're in your spinning, so you can really increase that damage. And you're going to put an Energized cell in this bad boy. Same thing for the tonics. For the most part, I would suggest Blitz to increase the attack speed and Frenzy for the damage, and Granny's is really dope to add a little bit extra damage too, because you're attacking so fast you have a higher chance or more possible chances to hit a crit, so therefore this definitely helps out. So all in all, what we got going on for this build is an energized at 6 overpower, rage, and rage hunter. The reason we don't have predator is because we're rocking an ardent cyclone build. Therefore, you're going to be getting hit, so predator would not be good for this build. So we're using rage hunter. And then it also has a berserker, discipline. There's our knockout king, and that's real nice because that 15% extra damage with the tonic, if you happen to use it, does some real nice knockdowns and staggers, and you can really proc overpower and get some serious damage in. And then next is Wild Frenzy for the boost of attack speed. So as you can see, this build is also very nice, and you don't have to use Ardent Cyclone if you don't want to. And like I said, you can switch out the arms for Malkarions and get a Predator in there if you don't want to use Ardent Cyclone, and use Avenging Overdrive for this build. So as you can see, like I said, really dope build with this bond. Alright gamers, so for the third build, the Parasitic build, which is a new cell and we're really loving it, all you gotta do is switch out this Wild Frenzy and move it into the helmet, and you're gonna put your Parasitic cell in this location. So let's go ahead and find that. And it's really great because it mitigates a small portion of damage taken and is instead dealt over 10 seconds, which is really cool. And you gain lifesteal while taking delayed damage. So it's like Iceborne. And then check this out, all you need is 1+3 to have the decent effects like Iceborne, and that saves more room for damage. So this is a great build. Like I said, take off the Wild Frenzy, put the Parasitic, and for the helmet, take off the Berserker and put the Wild Frenzy, because you definitely gonna need the Wild Frenzy to keep and maintain that attack speed. So I hope you like this build as well. It is really great. Check it out. Like I said, it's very similar as the one just before, but instead of Berserker we have Parasitic, something that'll heal us. So have fun. Alright gamers, that's all I got for you today. Hey, if you like this video and you want to see more, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button and click on that bell for notifications so we can stay together as a crew. And check this out, join us in Discord if you're looking for someone in-game to play with, or if you need a little help. That link will be in the description. Alright, that's all I got. This is Hans signing off. Peace, y'all.